Hello and Merry Christmas. Welcome to our December Pacecast. I'm Anita Pace and thank you for joining us. So it's December and that means it's our festive episode of the Pacecast, and that means that we normally do something a bit different, have a bit of fun, and this month there's no exception, because I'm delighted to say that my guest today he's the Chief Executive of Groupe Atlantic UK. You might know some of their divisions, if that's the right word. What is the word? Brands, like Ideal Heating. But his name is Adam Foy, and he also happens to be my husband. So we haven't discussed what we're going to be talking about on this Pacecast at all. We thought we'd just wing it. So have no idea how it's going to go. Well, let's wait and see. So hello, Adam.
Hello.
How are you feeling about doing it?
A little bit nervous, but we're here.
Not as nervous as I am. So you have brought something in, haven't you? I don't know what it is. So show me what you brought in and why it's important to you.
Well, it's interesting. You didn't tell me to bring anything in, but because obviously loyal husband has listened to every episode, watched me on YouTube, I knew I had to bring something in. So I've bought an old watch in. So
yeah, okay, yeah.
You obviously know what this is. So this was my wedding gift from you. And while it's got very little monetary value, I think. Well, it has now, hasn't it?
It was very expensive at the time.
Okay, well, it's got a lot of sentimental value. That's why I'll always hang on to it and keep it, even though I don't wear it that much anymore. I think it's
did I engrave something?
Engraved on the back, yeah.
Can't read that.
In typical you style as well, you've engraved the date that we got married. So I've always got a reference to look back on.
Which was 16 years ago.
It was, yeah. Well done.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, well done to us.
So yeah, that's what I brought in.
Yeah. Well, thank you. That's nice. I'm pleased that it still means something to you.
That means a lot, yeah.
Yeah, good. All right. Good. Got off to a good start then. Right. Because it's Christmas, we're going to do it a bit differently. So we're going to have a quick fire round.
Okay.
And I'm just going to ask you some very random questions, and they are random. And this is just to kind of warm you up for the the interview that's coming.
And these are actual quick ones, like
yeah. So you've just got to say the first thing that comes into your head. Okay. All right. Early bird or night owl? This is you we're talking about, by the way.
Yeah, I figured that right there as the guest.
Okay, early bird or night owl?
Early.
Inbox zero or controlled chaos?
Controlled chaos.
Best part of your job? Quick.
The freedom.
Hardest part of your job?
People.
Higher for skill or higher for attitude?
It's got to be a mix, but I'll go attitude.
Worst corporate buzzword?
Oh, the business.
The business?
The business.
Oh, I say that a lot.
When people say, let's check with the business.
Yeah, okay. Task you... Oh, I'd love to answer this one. Task you avoid the most? Can we think in too much? Quickly.
I don't know what I avoid. I don't know.
Tidying up?
That's not a work thing, though, is it?
Well, it can be... No, this is just you.
Okay, yeah, putting stuff away.
Yeah. Your leadership style in one word?
I don't know. That's impossible to answer in one word. I don't know. In one word?
Yeah.
No idea.
Hard, focused, driven, ambitious, tough, friendly, reasonable, intolerant.
I'd say driven.
Driven, all right. Most annoying business trend right now?
AI will solve everything.
Yeah. Best idea you wished you'd had first?
Best idea I wish I had first, the internet.
Yeah. What instantly puts you in a good mood?
Coming home.
Oh, I like it. Something you own that's absolutely unnecessary, but you love it?
Unnecessary, but my bike.
Yeah, one of many. Oh, actually, you don't have that many now. No. Last thing you Googled?
Hotel in London, just before.
Oh, you're taking me away.
No, I'm meeting someone next week.
A job you'd be terrible at?
Lots. There'd be tons.
Give me one.
Anything that requires a lot of attention to detail and focus. Lawyer.
Okay. A job you secretly think you'd be amazing at?
Professional athlete.
What instantly stresses you out?
Chaos stresses me out. I know you don't think that, but things not being organised stress me out. I'm not saying I'm good at it, but...
What calms you down?
A sense of achievement.
If you weren't doing your current job, what would you try next?
A salesy type job, I think. Maybe like software or something like that.
One thing you could talk about for 30 minutes with no prep.
Cycling. Sport.
Fun fact most people don't know about you.
I don't know if I've got any fun facts. I don't know. You can answer that one.
Triathlon? You good at triathlon?
Yeah.
You've done Alcatraz triathlon?
That's probably a good
Multiple
fact.
times?
Yeah. Fun fact, yeah.
Yeah, so you swum from Alcatraz to San Francisco coastline? Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Who's more competitive, you or me?
I think I'm more competitive, but I think I'm a better winner than you are. And you're definitely a worse loser than I am.
Who talks more?
You.
Who's more dramatic about work?
Definitely you.
Who finishes their to-do list first?
You.
Who gives better career advice?
Me.
Who's more likely to be late for a meeting? Me or you?
Oh, I reckon we're both pretty punctual.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. Who's the biggest Christmas enthusiast?
Definitely you, 100%.
Right, on to Christmas. Real tree or fake tree?
Fake.
Wrapping paper or gift bags?
Rap.
Best Christmas song?
I'm not mad on the Christmas songs.
Come on.
That Leona Lewis one you like, I like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. 12 Days of Christmas, whatever it is.
5 days.
5 days, there you go.
Worst Christmas song?
Into that old stuff. That one with the snowman, that the guy screams in the microphone at the start. And the
Slade, you mean?
Yeah.
That's not got a snowman. That's Merry Christmas, everyone. You mean that one?
Any of those old ones, they just been played to death.
Star or angel on top of the tree?
Star.
Open presents all at once or one at a time?
Oh, definitely one at a time.
Plan Christmas early or last minute panic?
Christmas in our house is planned early.
Snow, magical or inconvenient?
Pain in the neck.
That's 'cause you're Australian.
Interestingly though, the first time I saw it here, magical. So if you don't have to go anywhere, it's great. But if you've got to get somewhere, pain in the neck.
Yeah, and it was a novelty for you when you first saw snow.
Incredible.
'Cause you hadn't seen any. And finally, make sure you answer this correctly. Mariah Carey or Michael Bublé?
For what, a dinner party or?
You can't answer.
Mariah Carey. I know that's your favourite Christmas song.
And then that's going to cue you, Howard, to play a bit of All I Want for Christmas is You. Thank you for doing that.
That's all right.
Did you enjoy that?
I didn't know what to expect, if I'm honest.
I've actually got another Christmas-related question before we delve into a bit more about you. Which Christmas movie character best represents your leadership style and why?
Christmas movie character. Well, I don't know. Let me think. I don't know that many Christmas films, so the ones I know probably aren't suitable for leadership. So I'd say no to Kevin McAllister, because we watch Home Alone every year, 1 and 2. Elf.
He's a good character, though, because he's very resourceful.
He's a good character, but...
And very creative with his ideas.
Maybe it's not leadership, though. I think Elf, maybe, would be a good one.
Elf?
Yeah. Will Ferrell's character in that, because he just gets on with stuff, doesn't he? Everyone's criticising him, saying that Santa's not real and all the rest of it, and he just gets on with it. What I'd like to be like is John McClane.
Die Hard.
I'm not sure that's great leadership. But that's probably the 4 Christmas films I can think of if I come to my head.
And Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely a movie set at Christmas. So.
Yeah. No, I think it's a Christmas movie. Yeah. Although it's a big debate, isn't it? Right, okay. So, you're Australian. Mm-hmm. What brought you to the UK?
So I came for work, 2007. I think before of that, though, I always wanted to travel a bit and see the world and sort of work around the place and get a different experience and see life in a different way. So my original plan was to move to America, to work in America, because I was working for an American company. And then the opportunity came up to work in Europe. So it was a European job, and because of the language barrier, I chose to live in London, as you know. So I came for work, stayed for love.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. Because we met in London.
Yeah.
At the track.
The running track, yeah.
With Daly. So that was with an American company, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I was working it was an Australian division of an American company. So we made fasteners, probably the most boring product in the world that people think about, but power tools and fasteners, really, really important to the world, but not that exciting. And they had a big European division that was based out of France. And they were after a European marketing manager, something I was completely unqualified for, but because I was 12,000 miles away, it was hard for them to test that. So I applied and got the job and moved here 2007.
With the intention of only staying for 5 years, was it?
Well, I came on a 5-year visa. I only had the intention of staying for 2.
I didn't know that. I thought you were intended to stay for 5.
No, 5-year visa because they said you got flexibility then. But my idea was I'd be back in Australia in 2 years. Here we are.
So tell us about your career then. So you originally started in London. So talk to us about how you have ended up where you are today, very briefly, because we want to have a bit of fun.
I'll do it briefly then. So I think before you get to the London bit, you got to go back a bit to see. So growing up, I always wanted to be a sales rep. So I thought a sales rep must be the best job in the world, just driving around talking to people, reading the newspaper, going out for lunch. I thought that must be just brilliant. But then you realise when you leave school that when you're 20, 21, no one actually wants to give you a sales rep's job. So I actually started in customer services, answering phones. And then a boss of mine, sort of you get a chance somewhere along the line, a boss of mine got me into product management, which is off a marketing background. And then that led to the job in Europe. So I came to Europe as European marketing manager, which is working across Europe but living in the UK. We had Mia then, so our eldest, and traveling every week became, I suppose it was impossible really, because I was away every week. So then I joined a power tool company thinking that we'd be more local, and power tools and fasteners were attached, so were closely related. So I joined the power tool company as a product manager and then started traveling to China a lot, which again wasn't really suitable. And then we moved to Hull, and fast forwarding through all of this, found Ideal, joined Ideal in 2014 as a product manager, and then sort of worked through product into marketing, into a more commercially sales type role, then MD. Left Ideal in 2022 after 8 years and went to City Plumbing, which is a big plumbing and heating distributor in the UK, as Chief Commercial Officer, and then came back to Ideal in Feb of this year as Chief Exec. So there's a very, very quick...
So what would you say you were like as a child then?
A pretty good kid, I reckon. No, I was very, very active, so played a lot of sport. I wasn't wrapped with school. I really enjoyed going to school, but I think I enjoyed going to school for mates and playing sport and all that sort of stuff. So,
and did you know what you wanted to be? I mean, you mentioned you wanted to be a sales rep.
No idea. No idea. I wanted to work in business. So.
And did you want to move to Europe? Was that always the plan?
No, there was never the plan. Moving abroad was never a plan. It was just, I wanted to do stuff that other people weren't doing. So I think the path of least resistance would have been to stay in Melbourne, to stay close to mum and dad and the family, and just get a job and just move on. But I wanted more. I wanted a bit of adventure, a bit of excitement. So, but I don't know if I had that as a kid. I think that came as...
Who do you think was your biggest influence when you were growing up on your career?
My career? I don't know. I think I definitely got work ethic from mum and dad, who both worked really, really hard. I looked at my Uncle Keith a lot because he did quite well, and I thought, well, he drives a Mercedes, so he must be
successful.
Right. And I always attached that with working in business somehow. I don't know how, but so yeah. I think mum and dad had a huge influence, as you would on your kids' lives. But yeah.
What do you think success, when you were growing up, what do you think success looked like to you? Was it the fancy car?
Yeah, it was materialistic because you're a young kid, aren't you? And growing up in Australia, people in Europe don't realise you never saw BMWs or Mercedes or any of those symbols of wealth or that sort of stuff. And you know, they're common cars over here. People see them everywhere. But I grew up in an era of Australia where you had Fords and Holdens. That's what you saw. You didn't see European cars. So anything from Europe was luxury. Like Peugeot was luxury brand in Australia. They're not serious. So yeah, I think you see that as success as younger, but you don't realise what's attached to it or how to get it.
So now you are... Well done on your success. I should say that, shouldn't I? Congratulations. So what does success now look like for you? What does it mean?
So I think as you get older, I think success takes different shapes. So seeing the kids do well now would be successful, having everyone happy and healthy. That success, of course, there's some security you get in life as you get older, but I think seeing people around you happy is what you see as success.
That's more important.
Yeah, it's definitely more important, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. So when we were doing the quick fire round, I asked you to describe your leadership style in one word. If I was to ask any of the guys at GA, Groupe Atlantic, or Ideal, now what you're like to work for, what do you think they'd say?
Depends who you asked, I suppose. I don't know.
Because you struggle to answer that question.
Yeah, because I don't really think much about it. I think the leadership style thing, is not overhyped or over-talked about, but I think you can only be yourself. And I think if you can be yourself, then that's the style that you have. And to describe it, I've always found it hard to describe myself in things because I can't necessarily see myself in things. I think, you've got to be honest and you've got to have integrity and you've got to do what you're going to say and all that sort of stuff. But to describe my leadership style, I find difficult. I know I'm quite direct and I'm quite blunt. I don't like a lot of fluff around the edges, and I'm task orientated. So I think people who have lots of energy and lots of drive will respond well to that, and people who don't have that probably won't respond that well to it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to describe my leadership style.
That's all right. No, you have to describe. What keeps you awake at night? What do you worry about?
What do I worry about? In terms of business?
Yeah. Or more generally.
Well, the business is going through massive change at the moment because the markets are in a bit of fluctuations. We go through what was a very stable
So just very quickly explain what GA does or Ideal.
Yeah, so Ideal Heating, which I don't know how many people know and don't know, but we're a market-leading producer of heating and hot water products. So traditionally been quite a big gas boiler producer and led the market in that. And we're going through a transition from gas into heat pumps now. And there's a lot of dynamics changing as we move through that. So I don't know if it keeps you awake at night, but I certainly think a lot about how we manage that transition and how we manage the change coming on a business that's been in Hull for 120 years now. And it's something I'm passionate about is that we make products in Hull and having a manufacturing base in Hull that supports a lot of jobs in the area. I think that's really, really important. And
because it is a national company.
Oh, we're market leaders, yeah. It's it's a real success story.
But you have what I mean is you have other brands around the country as well.
Yeah, that we manufacture in Hull.
Yeah.
So yeah, wanting to keep that, wanting to grow it, wanting to make it bigger, so it can support more jobs in the future. And I think about our kids growing up around here, and I want them to have the option to stay here, and I want them to be good jobs and businesses doing really well. So it's one of the things that I think
they might have the itchy feet like you, though, want to go away.
They might do, yeah.
Which we would encourage.
Yeah, but if they do choose to go away, if there's something here for other people to move to the area and see it, then great.
Yeah, hopefully they'll come back there.
Yeah.
Funnily, when I said what keeps you awake at night, I thought you were going to say me,
You?
like
No.
grinding my teeth or something.
No, I thought you meant from a work point
No,
of
I
view.
did.
Yeah.
I did.
At the moment, you coughing keeps me awake.
I know. I'm not right on cue. Because I'm recovering from a cold. Viewers, listeners, sorry about that. Do you think we could work together?
No.
No, I agree.
No chance.
Yeah.
I think we're very, very, very different people. I think we have very, very different management and leadership styles. But I think that's maybe what works.
Yeah, I think so. I think it works as well because we don't live in each other's pockets.
No.
We have different interests. No, actually, we have similar interests, but we have things in common, but we also are quite independent people as well.
I agree.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad we agree on that.
We have spoken about it before.
Why we're still married after 16 years.
No, that we couldn't work together.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, we definitely couldn't work together. I was going to ask you a question about that. Is there anything you've learned from me that's helped you in your career?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, good. Share.
I think your people management skills early on. So
You think what?
your people management skills.
Are good, you mean? You didn't finish the
Well, I've
sentence.
learnt from them.
Oh, I
is what I'm
see.
saying.
Right,
I was
okay.
going somewhere here when you jumped in to ask, praise me. Yeah, I think that obviously there's an age difference between us, and seeing how you interact with people and how you manage people and how you manage tasks early on in our relationship, I've actually took quite a bit from that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, probably never told you that.
No, you haven't.
No,
Thank
there
you.
you go.
I learned something. Thank you very much. What's something you do at work that you never do at home?
Organise things.
Really? Are you tidy at work? I'm going to ask Emma. Emma's his PA. I'm going to ask how tidy his office is.
I reckon it's pretty tidy because I tend to live out of that laptop bag because I'm moving around a lot. So I don't have stuff in my office. I just have...
It's all in your car.
That's not true either.
So on the subject of misconceptions then, is there... what do you think people... Do you think people at work have any misconceptions about you?
God, I don't know. No, definitely, probably, yeah. But I don't know what they'd be. I don't know. Yeah. I think a lot of people at work don't really know me that well.
Are you aloof?
No, not aloof, no. But I think the people I've worked closely with in the past know me really well. And people around the edges maybe not so much. So I think there's probably, I don't know, some stuff they don't know, or they assume I'm going to be a certain way or another way, but I don't know what it'd be. Okay. That's a tough thing to ask. It's almost like a 360 review in here.
I know. Well, people come on here now and they say that it's been like a counselling session. Once we stop recording, we get to learn so much from people because they start opening up about how much they enjoyed it, and then you want to share more. And yeah. I don't feel we're maybe going to do that today because I do feel like I know you quite well. So you've been chief exec now for how long?
Came back in Feb, so 9 months,
okay.
Almost 10 months.
God, it's going to be a year.
It's gone quick, I know.
It has gone
real quick.
Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah,
thus far?
Loved it.
And what New Year's on the horizon, what are your plans? Anything you can share?
For 26?
For 26 and beyond, actually.
Yeah, so we've talked about the transition of heat, and I know that's a real buzzword that people won't understand, but the transition of heat is a massive project for the business.
From boilers to heat pumps, you mean? Yeah,
I think boilers always play a part, but how we balance out that fuel across the piece. So there's a massive amount of work that we have to do in developing heat pumps and building them local, and there's a huge investment in the site, getting ready for that. That starts to roll through in 26. We've got to continue to grow sales because that obviously pays for the investments and things that go through. So it's a really, really exciting challenge that we face. And I think as a business, not just as a leadership team or anything else, as a business, you wouldn't get to face these sort of changes very often. I think this is like a once in a lifetime type change of market. If you think back to the last time the heating market changed, it would have been in the 60s and 70s when they had natural gas come in. So you've had 50 years of something, and then we're having a change of technology now. So it's terrifying, but it's also incredibly exciting what we've got ahead of us.
What would you say though to people who think that heat pumps are too expensive and never going to be able to afford them?
The heat pump itself the efficiency of the heat pump is improving. So what we're seeing at the moment is it's about 4-to-1. So without getting too technical, because I know you said don't get boring, but I'm going to get a little bit boring here. So for every 1 kilowatt of energy you put in, you get 4 kilowatts of energy out. That's the magic of a heat pump. Okay, so a gas boiler is roughly 1 in, 1 out. So energy prices determine that a heat pump is slightly more to run now than a gas boiler, but that can change with the news this week about energy prices and government and legislation. So the heat pump upfront capital cost is higher, but there's grants that help offset that versus a boiler. And the heat pump technology itself is getting more and more efficient. So it's definitely the technology of the future. To put 1 in and get 4 out is incredible. And
do you think that is the future then? We are going to be using more heat pumps than we are boilers? Or is it going to be 50-50?
Well, 50-50 would be a good start. So at the moment, it's like 90-10 in terms of the balance. So to achieve our net zero goals, we've obviously got to start to balance that up, and government's got a pathway to get us through to a balance point that's probably a bit slower, a bit behind where we thought it would be a few years ago. But yeah, heat pumps are definitely the answer to solving our low carbon heating problems. And I think if we can balance the shift between gas and heat pumps is probably the right thing, because there's some properties that won't be suitable heat pumps. There's some use cases where a boiler will probably still be better. And there's use cases where the heating isn't at fault. It's insulation of buildings, it's drafty windows, it's all those sorts of things that we have to face.
So if you could wave a magic wand for the business, sorry, I'm saying the business.
The business,
buzzword you don't like. what would it be?
Magic wand. This is a tough question. This is.
I know it is, yeah.
I think everything that we're working towards would be the magic wand wave.
All right, what's the priority then? If you could change one thing overnight, you.
If I could wave a magic wand across something, it'd probably be the speed of regulation.
Or lack of speed.
Yeah, and just clarity around things, because we're investing heavily in a heat pump future, but there's still a lot of big regulation blocks that are sort of half known. We know they're coming, but we don't know when they're coming. So clarity would be good.
Yeah. Well, on the subject of magic wands and wishes, we'll get back to Christmas. So what do you want for Christmas?
I don't know what he got me.
I'm asking you for a reason, because I ain't got anything yet. I will have by the time this goes out there, hopefully.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because this isn't going out till just before Christmas. Let's hope I've got you something by then.
Usually something I buy in the next 2 or 3 weeks, you say to me, oh, you can wrap that up for Christmas.
Yeah, but what would that be?
I don't know. I genuinely don't think I need much this year. Some smart trainers, some
I have had an
gear.
idea of something to buy you.
Okay.
I'm not telling you what it is.
Exciting.
I think you'd like it.
Risky or?
There's an element of risk, yeah, but I thought it was quite a good idea. I thought it was quite a good idea.
The dog walking coat a few years ago was a risk.
My dog walking coat, yeah, but that was very practical. I wear it a
didn't
lot.
look that impressed when I gave it to you.
No, I would admit I wasn't. There have been some Christmas presents you've got me. Actually, let's talk about that. So, what Christmas present have I bought you that you haven't really been that enamoured with?
Apple Watch.
Oh yeah, I did take it back. Oh my God! And honestly, the trouble I went to get that for you.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And it went straight back after Christmas, but even before I went back to work.
Yeah, straight back.
Why didn't you like it?
Because I came off. I'll tell you why. Because I came off a Timex running watch. Because obviously for triathlon, you run and you swim, and it was a very, very basic stopwatch, start, stop, lap time, and that did everything I needed to. And then the Apple Watch didn't do lap times. So it had a stopwatch on it, but it didn't do lap times. So you couldn't just press a button, and then you couldn't swim in it. And I thought,
I forgot about that.
This is an expensive thing I'm not going to use when we get this back.
But the irony is, you now do have an Apple Watch.
Yeah, that's like 6 years old, because I wanted to run with music.
Yeah,
and
so you ended up buying one yourself.
Yeah.
What if you could have anything Christmas present wise, budget no limit? I'm not getting you this, by the way, so you can say whatever you want. What would it be?
Family trip home.
Oh, in business class. Yeah. That's something we do talk about a lot. Wouldn't it be good if we could all go back to Australia for a visit? Business class.
What do you want for Christmas? I can ask you some questions now, can't I?
Oh, God. Well, you've already bought me my Christmas present. We can talk about that.
We can, yeah. It was supposed to be your birthday present next year, and then you started laying off Christmas stuff this year, so...
Oh, was it my birthday present next year?
Yeah,
Christmas
but it's
present?
after your birthday, I think, isn't it? No, it's before your birthday.
It's before.
It's before your birthday,
actually.
that's why I give it to you Christmas.
Yeah. Is it my Christmas present?
Yeah. Well,
Or
yeah.
am I getting something else for Christmas?
Unless you want something.
I thought you'd already got me my Christmas present. So the Christmas present we're talking about is tickets to see Bon Jovi at Wembley next
year.
Next year.
That really shocked me how expensive they were.
You had to go in the queue. How many people in the queue?
First of all, the story was this one. I didn't realise you had to go in a queue.
Yeah.
So then there was panic in the office that I wasn't in the queue. And then when
Panic in your office because you had your PA helping
Emma
you.
came running in, yeah. Then when
the tickets went on sale.
I think there was like 52,000 people or something in front of me.
Yeah, because that's how popular Bon Jovi
and
is.
having me said, no, I want Bon Jovi tickets to get them days after. And then when we finally got through the queue, then I was on a different call and it was 300 and something pounds each, which I couldn't believe, but here we are.
And then he messaged
Merry
me.
Christmas.
He messaged me and said, do we really want these tickets? And he got one answer back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that is your Christmas present.
Yeah. And something for us both to look forward to.
Can't wait.
Because we have been to see Bon Jovi quite a few times.
Yeah, it is good.
It is good. It's very good.
Yeah.
Very good. So yes, so thank you for my Christmas present.
You're welcome. Yeah.
In advance. So on the subject of gifts, what's been the best career gift you've ever received? Something that changed your career path, would you say?
I think I've been pretty lucky with that. So a gift, I don't know if it's a gift, but I've had opportunity given to me, which I think it's up to you what you make of it. But there's been 3 points in my career I think I've had opportunities that I probably wasn't ready for. So my first promotion out of customer service in Australia into product management, and I had no idea what a product manager did, but my then boss, Pete Corridon, was incredibly patient and taught me a lot. The second one was moving to Europe. And I think you take that opportunity and you make of it what you are. Did
you find that opportunity though, or was it offered to you?
I definitely wasn't offered. I'd shown interest in moving away, and then my then boss Charles came into my office 6 or 8 weeks later and said there's a job on the intranet, the old intranet of, should I apply for it? And when I said I'm not qualified, he went, they won't know. And that's how I got here. That's how I came here. So to get the opportunity to come here was a gift, because I think it gives you a chance to invest in yourself. And when you're young, you got to invest in yourself before you expect someone else to invest in you. And then the opportunity I got at Ideal. I was young.
The first time you were there?
To become MD. So I went from basically marketing director into an MD. I'd never had a sales role.
So MD, just for people who know, this is MD. This was kind of like running sales, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was domestic product. So it had sales, service, product and marketing. So that was 2018. So yeah, I think if in terms of a gift, I think they're the 3 opportunities that I've been given that.
But the reason you've progressed is because you took advantage. People do get opportunities and sometimes they say no.
Yeah, you've got to back yourself. And I think I'm probably middle-aged now, safe to say that. So the younger people, you've got to take a chance. You've got to say yes to some things and then back yourself to actually deliver it. And I think that's probably the story of how I've come from Australia to here and got through. I've just said yes and then figured it out.
So it's obvious you miss Australia. What do you like about living here versus Australia? I deliberately asked it that way around and not the other way around.
Obviously, you and the girls are here. So that's a major thing. The summer's here.
Major thing.
Well, it is. Well,
that's the main thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I really enjoy my job. So I enjoy work. So there's no problem going to work every day. And I enjoy the challenge of it. I enjoy the people I work with. I'm really lucky that we've got a really, really capable team at Ideal, but you have a bit of fun as well. Like, you want to get stuff done and we want to be successful and we all hold each other accountable, but we want to get stuff done. We can have a laugh as well. So I really enjoy work. I know everyone complains about the weather here, and I will complain about it in a second, but I actually like summers here. I think the summers, it's not even really the summer. It's when the clocks are on daylight saving here. It's great because there's tons of light.
Because the days are longer here, aren't they?
Much longer. Yeah. So you get a lot of light to do stuff before and after work. It's never hot. So you never have those days where you think, well, we can't do anything because it's too hot. I can't go for a run in the middle of the day because it's too hot. So yeah, that's what I like. What I don't like is October to March.
No. Let's not go there. Yeah, but there's Christmas in the middle of it.
Christmas is a highlight.
Back to Christmas again.
Yeah.
Okay, right. I am conscious of time, so we are going to wrap it up anyway. Thank you for coming in. I hope you've enjoyed.
It's been good,
I didn't
know what to expect, but yeah, it's been good.
No, you've been a good guest. Thank you. And thank you for playing along with the fun elements. You can't go until you've answered the next question, which was left by our previous guest, who didn't know who he was leaving it for.
I know who the guest was, though, because obviously I've listened to it.
Yeah, obviously you have, as in you've listened to the last Pacecast.
I've thought about this a bit as well. I'm a bit nervous about this.
But you don't know the question?
No, but I know the guest.
You probably think he's going to ask about culture or something like that.
Yeah, which Australia isn't really strong on culture, so.
But it's not about that.
Okay, good.
What's the best piece of advice you've ignored and wished you hadn't?
I don't know. I can remember something I've just ignored. There's experiences you've had that you wish you had the experience before, but that's the nature of experience. Best bit of advice I've ignored.
Okay, maybe think about it differently. What if you could change anything?
So I think if I look at this different way, the mistakes I made earlier on in my career was around patience and thinking that you can just run at stuff and get it done and people will have to go with you. And I think you'll learn as you get older that that's not the case. You got to have patience. But I don't know if anyone's ever given me that advice that I've then ignored.
Okay,
That's a tough question.
It is a tough question. Well done, John, on that question.
Thanks, John.
All right, I am going to ask you then. So, looking back with the benefit of hindsight, what would you do differently if you had the chance again?
Well, so I will answer that question, but I wouldn't do anything differently, because I think if you do stuff different, then you'll end up in a different place, and I'm quite happy where I've ended up, or where I am now. But I think if I was saying to myself, my younger self, it would have been that be patient, because you learn as you get older that things will unfold in different ways, and that patience is an element of whether it's about your own career progression or whether it's about a problem you've got at work or maybe a problem at home, or there's a patience element to it, and things will generally sort themselves out, or you'll find ways through it if you just start working through it.
Would you say you're more patient than me?
Yes, but in a different way.
Go on.
You're impatient in terms of things have to be done now that you think are important, that I might not think are important.
I agree. I am. I know I'm impatient, yeah.
But equally, if I think something's important, I'm incredibly impatient. If something's sort of on the edges, then I tolerate things moving a bit, where I don't think you do. I think if it's on your list, it has to be done.
Yes, that's true, actually. My to-do list, I can't relax until I've done everything on my list.
Well, I can look at a list and go, there's 3 things on there that have to be done. I'm impatient about that. The other stuff I'm more relaxed about.
Yeah. Anyway, we make it work somehow, don't we? 16 years.
I know.
My hat's falling off, which signals it's the end of the Pacecast. So that just leaves me to say a very, very Merry Christmas from me, from Adam, and from everyone at Pace. Thank you for joining us this year. I hope you've enjoyed all our episodes, and we very much look forward to talking to you again next year, where we're going to have many more guests, and we look forward to seeing you then. Merry Christmas and a very happy New Year. Bye-bye.